welcome back to Motivational Monday. Today I'm telling you about a 30-day yoga challenge I completed. Hopefully this can inspire you to do some sort of challenge or try something new. I did the 30-day breath challenge from Yoga with Adriane, and I'm so excited to share with you everything that I learned, how it made me feel, things like that. So without further ado, if you aren't already, be sure you subscribe down below and enjoy the video. Y'all already know the drill. It's Monday, so I have a quote to get your week started. Today's quote is, "Self-care isn't just about holidays and massages. It's working on your habits, mindset, and healing your past. It's removing toxic thoughts, people, and places in your life. It's living intentionally, purposefully, and consciously." Okay, so what I did, like I already said, I did the 30-day breath challenge from Yoga with Adriane. I just typed in yoga challenges and she was the first one to pop up. So I'll definitely have her channel and the challenge linked down below in case you're curious to check it out. What you need for this challenge. You don't really necessarily need anything except for a phone, computer, or a TV. Anything with access to YouTube. I used a cheap yoga mat that I just got at TJ Maxx. You can get some at Five Below for literally $5. You just need a very cheap mat or something to stand and sit on, all the things. I also used a pillow. She recommends like a pillow or a blanket or something, but she always says if you don't have one, it's no big deal. You just won't be as comfy as everybody else. I don't know. Why did I decide to do the breath challenge? She has a couple different challenges on her YouTube page, but for me personally, I've never done yoga in the past. I've done it here and there, but never super seriously. Like I didn't know any poses besides child pose or downward dog. When I saw breath, I thought that was a very easy challenge for beginners. As I'll talk more, this challenge is called breath, so it really worked on breathing techniques as well as different poses. It didn't get into the different poses until towards the end of the challenge, but it was definitely working on breathing and poses for beginners, I would say. I have been wanting to try yoga for a long time or learn more about it. So like I said, I just typed in yoga challenge. I thought a challenge would be really good for me mentally, honestly. I'm not very good at sticking to things, and apparently I'm just really into challenges in the month of March. I'm uploading every single day on YouTube, and I thought it would be fun to do a 30-day yoga challenge. Like I said, never done a challenge like this before. So how did this challenge make me feel doing it every single day? I know yoga is about being more flexible, things like that, but honestly, I just felt very relaxed. In some of my vlogs, I did talk about this challenge, and I even vlogged some of me doing this challenge. And as you can see, I've always done it right before bed. I thought it was the perfect way to end my night or my day. I will say though, sometimes I was a little stressed about trying to do it at the end of the day. It was almost like I was procrastinating it the whole time, and I was like, oh, I can't do it at all during the day, so I just need to do it right before bed. But then the time came to do it, and I was like, I'm so tired, I don't even want to do this, I just want to go to bed, things like that. So at times I definitely did stress out about, oh, I need to do this challenge, like I need to stick with it. I didn't do it at all today, so I need to do it at night. But I just kept trying to tell myself I'm treating myself to this challenge. Nobody's forcing me to do this challenge at all. It's something that I wanted to do myself. I wanted to discipline myself to be able to stick to a challenge or to stick to something like this. I heard a quote by one of my spin instructors, and she said, "You won't always be motivated, so that's where self-discipline comes in." And so ever since then, I've just been trying to live by that quote. Of course, listen to your body. If you need to rest, rest. Don't be like, oh, I need to go, like self-discipline, blah, blah, blah. Listen to your body if you need to rest, but I'm talking about the days where I was literally just being lazy. Like there was no particular reason why I was tired. It's not like I did a bunch of stuff that day and I'm tired. It was really just out of laziness. So that is why I did this challenge, to kind of get myself into the habit of disciplining myself to not be lazy. There were a couple nights at the beginning of this challenge where I didn't have any self-discipline at all, and I would literally just be lazy and not do the challenge, or I just didn't feel like doing it out of pure laziness. And when I did skip those days, I would just double up the next day. So instead of doing just one video, I would just do 2. So instead of 30 minutes, I would do an hour. And those nights I actually really enjoyed, because the way Adriane teaches, she makes it go by very fast. It could just be because these videos that she does, they're not hard videos, and like I said, a lot of it was breath work, so a lot of the time you are just sitting there in silence listening to her talk and working on your breathing. So the time does go by very fast. By the time you're very relaxed, class is over. So that definitely made it easy to double up on classes. But if I were to do that more than the couple times I did, I probably would have struggled, because towards the end you do get into more yoga poses or moving a little faster, and it does work muscles that I didn't think I would be working, and it did make me tired. So I definitely don't recommend doubling up all the time. Definitely try to stick to the once a day kind of thing, but just in case you do need to skip a day, it's no big deal. What did I learn during this 30-day process? Like I said, self-discipline. I learned how to discipline myself to stick to things, and how it really is a mental game, and I learned how it relates to my motivation and trying to do things. I learned how moving your body for just a little bit, even if it's just a few simple stretches every day, is better than nothing, and you will feel so good afterwards. I wish I recorded a video throughout this entire process so I could see how I felt after the first day of doing it, the third day of doing it, and maybe after a week of doing it. Definitely after the first week, my body felt tired, but I was so not tired in an exhausted way, just in a relaxed way, if that makes any sense. Like, I can't describe it. Like, you really just need to feel it for yourself, but it really did improve my mental space, just the way that I felt, everything. Like I've said 1,000 times, it was a breath challenge, so I definitely learned different breathing techniques, and these are techniques you can use every day or when you're working out. Of course, I don't remember all of the names to all of these, I don't think. Like I said, I wish I did record a video throughout this process just so I could kind of take notes in a way. But the techniques I do remember are the ocean breath, breath of fire, and maybe something called lion's breath. Don't quote me on the names, but those are some of the examples of techniques I learned. I also learned different poses. Like I said, I'm a beginner, so the only poses I knew before this was child's pose and downward dog. If you do know anything about yoga, then you know the corpse pose or the shavasana pose, and I kept making jokes to my boyfriend that that was my new favorite yoga pose, because if you didn't know, that pose is you literally just lay down. And it was so funny when I would be doing yoga in the living room and my boyfriend would come out just to like check on me or to get something from the kitchen or something, and he'd see me literally be laying there and he'd be like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "I'm doing yoga." It's just really funny. I never really thought that yoga was these very simple poses. For some reason, I always thought that yoga was always these complex poses or always being super flexible. I never really knew that yoga really is just sitting there, closing your eyes and just doing breathing techniques. I never thought there was so much that went into it, or there was so much that was yoga. The last thing I learned is probably the biggest thing this challenge taught me, and it is how important it is to carve out time for relaxation in your day. When you look at your entire day, 24 hours in a day, 30 minutes really is nothing. You could take 30 minutes out of your time that you scroll your phone in bed and make time for yoga or just a couple stretches or even any kind of workout. Like 30 minutes really is nothing when you compare it to your entire day. And I never took time out of my day to relax. Like I said, sometimes during this challenge, you literally sit here and you just close your eyes, and that's something I could do every single day, just 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 30 minutes if I could, you know? It's so important to carve time for relaxation. Even if you really can't find 30 minutes or you think 30 minutes is too long to just relax, do it right before bed. Just close your eyes and clear your mind of things. I don't think it's very popular to say you need to carve out time for relaxation when I do realize now that it is, and that is something that I'm going to try to work into my day-to-day routine. Okay, so I finished this challenge. Now what? Eventually I want to branch out to other instructors because I know it's so important to try different instructors and mentors in every aspect of your life. But for right now, I do think I'm going to try Yoga with Adriane's other challenges that she offers. Like I was saying earlier, I just really liked how she taught. I liked how aesthetically pleasing her videos are, and she also has a dog, Benji, who's in almost all of her videos, just chilling in the background, so it's nice to look at. I'm not sure what challenge I'm going to do next. I may just do her 30 days of yoga challenge, but be sure you're subscribed down below and maybe you could do the challenge with me. I know sometimes it's a little uncomfortable to say that you're proud of yourself, but I'm truly so proud of myself for completing this challenge. I even treated myself to her breath shirt. Here's a better look at it. Like I said, I'm so proud of myself for doing this challenge and doing something good for my body as well as my mind. So I hope, if anything, this video inspires you to try some sort of challenge or just try something new in general. I don't like trying new things at all, so this was a little out of my comfort zone, but I'm trying to push myself to be the best version of myself, so hopefully I can inspire you to do the same. If you did find motivation in this video, or you just found it interesting, or you just liked it, be sure you give this video a thumbs up and you're subscribed down below. Thank you so much for watching.